One. David Haratsis, mayoral candidate. Welcome to Newsport.
Thank you, Michael. Nice to be here.
Nice to meet you too, Dave. Tell us in a nutshell, you want to be mayor. It's a big job.
Yes.
Why do you feel and why should Douglas Shire community members get your vote and vote for you?
I think it's become pretty obvious over the short term that the Shire needs a new direction, and that's the platform I'm running under. I have a number of policies I'd like to pursue if elected. Obviously that depends on the makeup of the council, but things like public transport, like a youth strategy so we don't see kids leaving the Shire as soon as they turn 18, like better conversations with state government for health outcomes, for transport outcomes, including things like Bushy Creek, etc., where we need to be in front of the state government pushing the barrow of this Shire as much as possible.
Dave, some talk. You're not from the Douglas Shire.
No.
You're from Melbourne, and you've been very open about that.
Yes.
What do you say to people that say that it doesn't matter how good you come across, they're not going to vote for you because you're not from Melbourne? Is that frustrating, or do you just let it go and just carry on with the business?
I accept that, and I do carry on with the business, but I would say to people who think that way, well, where has the current council got you with the experienced long-term campaigners who have been here for a long time? I am looking at things more outwardly and in, as opposed to the other way out, and I can bring a different perspective because I've been in a different place for a long time.
Dave, water. Just a really short answer on how you view the issue. It's a national disgrace. How do you view the issue in the Douglas Shire? How do we solve this going forward?
To solve it is obviously going to take a lot of time and a lot of money, and it needs state and federal support. It needs the world's best experts here to help out. You can't blame any one person, organisation or thing other than the cyclone itself, but we had what was, as I understand, a world-class treatment plan for what was there at the time. The cyclone changed the landscape. Things have altered, we need to deal with that, but that has also brought forward many issues relating to maintenance, I believe, in terms of the pipes. That's squarely a council issue, and that needs to be resolved at council level. But in terms of the composition of the water, obviously the silt issues, things like that, I believe these are things that couldn't have been foreseen, and so let's not blame everyone for that. Let's just look forward to solutions. Solutions require money, more money than the council has, so it requires a strong mayor, leadership campaign to go to state and federal government and request that money and get it fixed.
Dave, a working relationship with the CEO.
Yes.
There's always been conjecture around the local mayors, CEOs, etc., etc. I want to know how you as mayor would work with your CEO and councillors to get the job done for the betterment of the Shire.
The mayor-CEO relationship is the most important council. That is the conduit between the people and their elected representatives and effectively the boss of the council. It's the CEO who runs the council. That relationship is so important, and as someone very experienced in business and operating businesses in Australia and overseas, I'm very used to dealing with people with differing opinions, differing ways of doing business. You have to be conciliatory, you have to cooperate, you have to be transparent. At the end of the day, you've got to get along, and that's the key point.
And just on that, your relationship with Cynthia Louis, the Cook MP, you haven't been shy in your views on Cynthia Louis,
no, not at all.
labelling her the invisible MP, Cookshire MP, etc.
Yes.
How would you, if you become mayor, how would you ensure a positive working relationship with Cynthia Louis?
I'd get on the phone and keep ringing until she answered. That's basically it, isn't it? Because she needs to deal with her constituents, and I believe that she's been poor in that role, and I'm not the only one who thinks that. I'm not going to put you in, but I think you might feel the same, and indeed a number of other people in the media do believe that, because you guys need her for information. To provide proper journalistic service, you need the local member to be coming to you with information, with opinions, etc. And from what I hear from various news outlets, she's not doing that.
Dave, rightfully or wrongfully, there's the perception that your demeanour could be bullish or sometimes mildly aggressive. I mean, what's your reaction to how you're perceived in the community in regards to your demeanour and so on?
If you want to make an omelette, you've got to crack a few eggs. You know, you need to get the job done, don't you? We could sit back and relax and be that laid-back town and get nowhere, or we can be forceful and get what we deserve.
Fair enough. Dave, council transparency. I know that this is a big one for you. What do you make of, from just sitting from the outside recent times, about council's transparency in terms of how they disseminate their information, when it's received, what's not for the public consumption, just the way that they've gone about their business in your own opinion?
I can only look towards what I see as any constituent. I think their messaging has been terrible. I think they really need to look into that. Most of us these days receive council messaging via social media, and I think that's been appalling. It has got better, noticeably I think in more recent times, but The problem with the council, particularly over this disaster, has been they haven't got on the front foot, owned any mistakes they've made, and dealt with it at the time. If you're working backwards, if you're constantly on the back foot, things get worse. You're constantly trying to defend yourself, as opposed to getting on that front foot and saying, this is what's happened, we may have made an error in this area, but we are dealing with it, and that hasn't been the case. Water's a great example. They're starting now to message more regularly, but why were they not messaging people every 4 hours? Even if to say no change, at least that is something. So I think that's poor and something needs to be worked upon.
What's more important, making hard decisions or being popular?
Making hard decisions. I'm not here to be a career politician. Like me or not, it doesn't bother me. I'm here to get the job done, and I think I'll be good at it.
Lastly, what's your biggest weakness?
Oh, that's a tough one. You didn't prepare me for that.
No right or wrong,
No right or wrong. I'm going to say Essendon Football Club. How's that? Is that a good one?
Dave, good luck for March 16.
Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Thanks, Bob.
Good on you.